flying robot, what else can make men's heart beat? Moreover, what if you can change the parts and the appearances with tons of options? As shown in the trailers, the shiny looking robots blasting the enemies with the fancy skills seems to fascinate the gamers successfully. But we are grown-ups, not satisfied with the robot itself. There must be something more than that. Anthem is basically loot-a-shooter game. All you need to do is simply to beat the enemies and loot the items. Because the genre is typical, this game is inevitable to be compared with other looter-shooters like Warframe, Destiny 2, or The Division. Needless to say, the graphic quality is fine. Maybe superlative ever among the looter-shooters. The beautiful backgrounds and the detailed character textures. But unfortunately, it sacrifices load time. The worst thing is that you should see the loading screen, even when you access to the inventory, so-called forge. The normal difficulty was so boring, and I played most missions in the hard difficulty. It was literally hard. Once you are into a combat, you have to be tactical. Clear out the landmines, approach the enemies carefully, find something to take cover with, and deal with the dangerous ones first, like snipers and turrets. At least, I couldn't take an easy chance to fly around and shoot them in the air freely in the missions. This gameplay type is quite similar to The Division. Even though I expected to swipe out the enemies like Warframe before playing, I think the tactics would be the key to the success of Anthem. It could provide a deeper level of immersion for players, or just meaningless, high level of fatigue. Speaking of the sound effect, it's not bad but also not good enough. Just right in the middle of between good and bad. You might not realize that in videos, but if you play it, you would clearly understand it like what I did. Definitely, the sound effect is not good enough like other looter shooters. In addition, I've experienced that the sound effects were broken, or not played at all, when the several sound were supposed to play at the same time. Like I and other players were firing missiles or bombs at once. This fabulous bug must be fixed before the release date. The storytelling breaking the flow is another problem. If you want to advance the story, you should pace up and down between the town and the field. But in the town, you are allowed to walk only. You cannot even run, or jump. So you should spend long time for finding people and watching the dialogues. Who the hell wants to listen to these three identical and bold men's story for 3 minutes? I don't. Consequently, the story casts a chill over the intensive experiences of the combat. Based on the commercial, it says, players would be able to enjoy the dynamic stories in the full version. But well, I'm questioning, what kind of big benefits would be there from non-combat activities, in a looter-shooter game? The most critical problem is, the server status. I've been forced to quit 3 times for 4-hour-long gameplay, due to the error. The last 2 error was even consecutive. Fortunately, there is a rejoin option provided when you reconnect. But by considering the load time, it is so terrible experience. As it is a server-based game, this kind of error is serious problem that you cannot play the game at all. I'm so worried about this is gonna happen in the full version. I really don't wanna get through the nightmare of The Division again. The other problems that I said earlier could not affect my decision to buy. But this problem could be a decisive reason not to buy on the release date, at least. Watching the situation and playing the game a little bit later than others is better than getting stressed with unavailable game. In the open demo, I couldn't find any unique features compared to other looter shooters. That's just okay, but I was disappointed with the fundamental things, like sounds and disconnections. Honestly, if I am not a big fan of looter shooter games, I definitely wouldn't buy it based on the demo experience. I really hope to experience something better things in the full game, sincerely. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe and like button.